check this out. Been getting a lot of questions lately because we've been doing some offshore fishing about Ballyhoo Rig hookups. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to hook up Ballyhoo without doing all the copper wire and having a pre-rig the night before. This is the setup we used for many years. It was taught to me by one of my great friends who's been on fishing offshore for about 35-40 years. So it's a proven tactic. It's proven to work for us, and I really love it because I don't have to rig everything the night before. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to use one of my favorite colors. It's Wicked Witch, basically teaser. And then we're going to use some 100-pound fluorocarbon here. And the good thing about, fluorocarbon is actually super clear when you're fishing offshore. I just made a mess here. So anytime you can afford or use fluorocarbon, this is definitely the way you want to go. And basically what I do is I get about 24 to 28 inches, snip it off right there. This is my rigging table here, so this works out great. Now, on your skirts are set up like this, and the front of the teaser is actually on the long side. And as you work through here, what you're going to see the hole down in here, pow, and there it is right in the center. And we're going to run the string, basically it doesn't matter which side you go in at this point. I just wanted to show you the actual front of it. So the front is the long side. Now this is the front becomes important because that's where you're going to make your eye to go to your pole. So we'll put the long side to the pole. What we're going to do is we're going to put the crimp on. We're going to make a loop it right back in, and we're going to leave us a nice size loop here to crimp to. So I'm going to crimp this down here. I have 100-pound leader crimps. So I'm going to give this a good crimp here. You want that nice and tight. You don't want to pinch your line though. Okay, so you see we got a nice loop here. So this is going to be the head. So it's actually facing this way. Remember, as it trolls, this will all fold back and go right around your ballyhoo. This side, the back side, is where we start the hooks. And I have two different size hooks here. I have mustad, and I have a long shank and a short shank. The long shank will be where the head of the ballyhoo goes because he has a bill on it, and the short shank will be the trailer hook, the stinger hook we call it. So we're going to put the long shank at the head of the trailer. So basically I'm going to put my crimp on, put it right through my eye, run it back through there. Voila. And I'm going to make this loop here around the hook kind of tight. Not so tight that it sticks out straight and has no flexibility. We want the crimp just off of to where we have a little bit of flexibility, but we don't want a loop so big that the head cannot come back to the front of the hook. Because we want to put that bill, we want to get that bill right behind the trailer. So basically we're going to put that just like that. We got enough room that our hook gets to play a little bit, and we're going to crimp this guy. One crimp and two crimps. Pow. Nice and tight. There we go. We got that all nice and crimped. So I'm going to show you kind of where we're at so far. This is how it's going to go. As we troll, this will all fold down right to the front of our hook, just like that. I know, don't make a lot of sense right now, but trust me, it will. Now, this is what I consider the most important part. We can do a couple things here. Here's our trailer hook. Let's get this laid out real nice here. Our trailer hook is what I consider probably one of our most important. A lot of our fish are actually caught off the trailer hook. So we want the hook here nice and laid out. And basically the trailer hook is going to go out of the back of the fish just like this. So if we use large ballyhoo, we'll make this a little longer. If we use small and medium, we'll kind of go right in this area. But I will tell you, it's not so important. If we end this up a little short, as long as it comes out the back of the ballyhoo, we're okay. I mean, it can still get bitten. As long as you have that stinger on there, I think we're in good shape. So I use medium to large. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my favorite thing on here, which is 500-pound leader cable. I use cable because a couple reasons. You can use cable or you can use the wire leader, but cable gives you the little bit of flexibility. So if you get a fish on, it's a little harder for them to break, and it actually makes it a little pliable, so your ballyhoo can swim straighter in most cases. So we're going to put this guy right through our front eye, right here in the front. Whammo. We don't want to go through both sets. We just want to go through the eye itself, just like that. And then we're going to crimp it. So let me get a crimp out. Get a couple, because we need to crimp the bottom as well. A lot of times you put your crimp on first, but so I'm going to put the crimp on, run it through, make sure your hook is lined up. You don't want to go through that leader, you just want to go through that eye. So we're going to go through the eye. There we go. And what we want to do, the loop on this one, we want to make it somewhat loose so we have room to move. You don't want that so tight that you can't move it, because it'll affect everything you do from here out, will affect the swim action of your ballyhoo. So I'm going to tighten this up nice and tight. Wham. So now we have that cable, and this is going to run just like this. Our cable is going to go right down alongside that ballyhoo, come right out the back. And like I said, this one I got set up for a medium to large. Now you don't want to go to the tail of the ballyhoo. So here we're going to put this on. We're going to throw our trailer hook right on the very end, and then a little bit back in, crimp it in. And this one we're going to leave kind of loose as well. We want this to have a little bit of movement back here. We don't want it so tight that it's restricting the movement, because then we affect the action of our ballyhoo, and we don't want that, because the more natural our ballyhoo swims, the better off we're going to be. I promise you, you're going to be happy with this when we're done. Okay, so I'm going to crimp this right there with a little bit of slack in it. You can get that. There we go. And we tie a lot of these up because I'm a firm believer in sharp hooks. I have a lot of these, and anytime I get a little extra money, or for Christmas if I get a Bass Pro Shop card, I am in buying this terminal tackle to hook up ourselves up with some rigs. And voila, I mean, that's literally all there is to a great ballyhoo rig. This will actually swim like this. You won't need the wire to tie it around the hooks, the copper wire that you use. You won't have to pre-rig these the night before. You'll save money, and because you're able to buy the big packs of 12 instead of the pre-rigged 3. So if you buy the big packs of 12, I think I spend about $11 to $12 depending on where I get it, and that allows me 12 ballyhoo. This rig here is about $6 for the setup. If you buy the pre-rig, you're talking $11, $12 for 3. So we just saved 20 bucks per run, per bait pack. So hope that helps you out.
So here we are. We're about 30 miles out now. We went about 40 miles this morning. We hit dolphin really good. We got 5 in the cooler right now. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. This is our rig that I hooked up the other night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to hook the ballyhoo on it. The first thing we do is we snap that bill off. We're going to take that lead hook, which is a long shank, the 7/0 hook that I put on the center there. We're going to run that right in the front of the skull, just in front of the eyes, and try to get that right in the middle there, as close as we can to center. You can see how that bill just kind of rides right up along the shank of that hook. Lay your hook out, see where it goes in. We want that to end right there. So we're just going to put this in the stomach. Pow! We're going to pop it out right there. Give it a little tail pinch right here. We're good to go. That, my friend, is our ballyhoo rig. No wire, no copper, nice and simple. Rig it once and you use the same one over and over. You're going to save money just by sheer you're able to buy 12 baits instead of 3 for the same price. Trust me, you're going to love the Sand Spear rig.